Have you ever woken up, looked at the ceiling, and felt heavier than when you went to bed? It's not just your body. It's not just sore muscles or heavy eyes. It's something deeper. It feels like your soul is tired. You look at your to-do list, and it feels like a mountain you can't climb. You look at your phone, and every notification feels like a demand you can't meet. And then the guilt sets in. A quiet voice in your head says, "Why are you like this? Why can't you just get up? Everyone else is working. Everyone else is moving forward. You are just being lazy." But what if I told you that voice is wrong? What if I told you that laziness is a lie we tell ourselves when we don't understand what our body is screaming for? You are not broken. You are not failing. And you are definitely not lazy. You are simply depleted. Welcome back to Mira's English podcast. I'm so glad you're here. Really, wherever you are in the world right now, whether you are commuting on a busy train, walking in a park, or lying in bed trying to find some peace, thank you for letting me be with you. This is our quiet corner, a space where we slow down the world, take a deep breath, and explore the things that matter. In English, no pressure, no rush, just us. Today, I want to talk about something that I think many of us are carrying silently. It's the feeling of running on empty. It's the burnout deception. We are going to unravel why you feel this way, and more importantly, how to heal. Not by doing more, but by understanding the art of doing less. So please, get comfortable. Drop your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Let's begin. We live in a world that is obsessed with doing. From the moment we are children, we are taught a very specific equation. Your value equals your output. If you produce more, you are worth more. If you rest, you are wasting time. We wear our exhaustion like a badge of honor. I worked 60 hours this week. I only slept 4 hours last night. We say these things as if they are trophies, but deep down, we know they are scars. And because of this culture, when your body finally says stop, when you physically cannot send one more email or smile at one more person, you panic. You don't see it as a signal, you see it as a defect. You label yourself lazy. But let's look at that word closely, lazy. Laziness is a choice. Laziness is when you have the energy to do something, but you choose not to because you don't care. Is that you? Ask yourself honestly, do you not care? Or do you care too much? I suspect that if you are listening to this podcast, you are someone who cares deeply. You want to do a good job. You want to be a good friend, a good partner, a good employee. You have been running a marathon at sprint speed for years. So when you find yourself staring at a blank screen for an hour, unable to type, that is not laziness. That is a freeze response. It's biology, not character. Your nervous system is overwhelmed. Your brain has detected that you are pushing too hard for too long without enough fuel. So, like a smart computer effectively protecting itself from overheating, it shuts you down. It pulls the plug. It forces you to stop. But because we don't understand this mechanism, we fight it. We drink more coffee. We scroll through social media, looking for motivation, looking for someone to yell at us to work harder. And when that doesn't work, we hate ourselves a little bit more. This cycle, the cycle of push, crash, guilt, and push again, is what keeps us trapped in burnout. It's a deception. It tricks you into thinking the cure for exhaustion is more work. But today, I want to offer you a different truth. Maybe the reason you can't get out of bed isn't because you're weak. Maybe it's because your soul knows what you need, even if your mind refuses to admit it. Your soul needs rest. But here's the tricky part. And this is the secret we will explore deeply today. Sleep is not the only form of rest. Have you ever slept for 10 hours and still woken up exhausted? That's because you didn't need physical rest. You needed emotional rest. Or maybe sensory rest. Or creative rest. There are actually 7 types of rest. Yes, 7. And most of us are starving for 6 of them. In the next part of our journey today, I'm going to walk you through each of them. We are going to identify exactly which tank is empty in your life right now, and we will learn how to refill it, gently. But first, let's take a small break. Just listen to the music, just breathe. You don't have to do anything for the next few seconds, just be. Welcome back from the break. How are your shoulders? Are they still up by your ears? Let them drop. That's better. Now, let's look at the first tank. The one we all know, but the one we often get wrong. Physical rest. You might think, Mira, I know this one. It means sleeping. Yes, sleeping is part of it. That is called passive physical rest. But have you ever noticed that you can lie in bed for 12 hours, your body doesn't move, but you wake up feeling stiff and achy? That is because your body is holding on to tension, even when you are unconscious. This is where active physical rest comes in. It sounds contradictory, doesn't it? Active and rest? But think of it like a sponge. If a sponge is dry and hard, leaving it on the counter won't make it soft. You have to massage it with water. Your muscles are that dry sponge. The symptom, you feel physically heavy. Your body aches without a reason. You rely on caffeine just to stand up. The solution, you don't need a gym workout. In fact, please don't run a marathon right now. You need restorative movement. It can be as simple as stretching your neck while sitting in your chair, or lying on the floor with your legs up against the wall for 10 minutes. It's about telling your muscles, it is safe to let go. Let's move to the second type. This is the one I struggle with the most, mental rest. Imagine your brain is a computer. Right now, how many tabs do you have open? There is the work tab, the what's for dinner tab, the did I lock the door tab, and the annoying pop-up ad that replays an embarrassing thing you said 5 years ago. You lay down to sleep, but your brain is still processing. It's analyzing conversations, planning tomorrow, worrying about next year. That is a mental deficit. The symptom, you are irritable. You struggle to focus. And the biggest sign, when you finally lie down in quiet, your thoughts get louder. You dread silence because silence means facing the noise in your head. The solution, you cannot just turn it off. You have to download it. Keep a notepad by your bed. Before you sleep, do a brain dump. Write down everything that is spinning in your mind. The tasks, the worries, the ideas. By writing them down, you are telling your brain, I have saved this data. You don't need to hold it in the RAM anymore. It is a permission slip to shut down. Next is sensory rest. We live in a world of bright lights, constant notifications, and background noise. Even when you think you are ignoring it, your background senses are processing it. Every ping, every flash of color, every smell, it drains your battery. The symptom, you come home from work or school and you just want to sit in a dark room. You feel touched out. You don't want anyone to touch you or talk to you. You feel agitated by loud noises. This is sensory overload. The solution, intentional deprivation. 5 minutes, that's all you need to start. 5 minutes with your eyes closed in the middle of the day. 5 minutes of silence in the car before you walk into your house. Turn off the notifications, dim the screens, give your senses a break from the constant input. Let your nervous system calibrate back to zero. Have you ever felt like you have no good ideas left? Like you are just recycling the same old thoughts? You might need creative rest. This isn't just for artists or writers. This is for anyone who has to solve problems. Creative rest is not about making art. It is about consuming beauty. It is about allowing yourself to be awed. The symptom, you feel uninspired. You feel cynical. Everything looks gray and boring. You struggle to find solutions to simple problems. The solution, go find beauty, real beauty, not a picture on Instagram. Go look at a sunset. Walk in a park and really look at the trees. Listen to a piece of music that makes you cry. Read a book that has nothing to do with self-improvement. Creative rest reawakens the wonder inside you. It reminds you that the world is big and beautiful, and you don't have to carry it all on your shoulders. This next one is heavy, emotional rest. This is specifically for the people pleasers, the caretakers, the ones who are always fine. Emotional rest means having the time and space to freely express your feelings without having to manage the other person's reaction. It means taking off the mask. The symptom: you feel like you are always acting. You feel responsible for everyone else's happiness. And when someone asks, "How are you?" you say, "I'm good," even when you are falling apart inside. The solution: you need a safe space to be not okay. Find a person, a friend, a therapist, a partner, with whom you can be messy. Someone you don't have to impress. And if you don't have that person right now, be that person for yourself. Write in a journal, cry. Let the emotions flow out without judging them. Emotional rest requires courage. The courage to be authentic, not just nice. Closely related to that is social rest. We often confuse this with being alone, but social rest doesn't always mean isolation. It means differentiating between relationships that revive us and relationships that exhaust us. The symptom: you dread checking your messages. You feel drained after hanging out with certain friends. You feel lonely even when you are in a group. The solution: take an audit of your circle. Who are the people that, after you see them, you feel lighter? Spend more time with them. That is social rest. Who are the people that leave you feeling heavy? It is okay to set boundaries. It is okay to say no to a coffee date. Protect your energy. It is a finite resource. And finally, the seventh tank, spiritual rest. This goes beyond religion. It is about connection. Connection to something bigger than yourself. Connection to your purpose. Connection to the feeling that you belong here. The symptom: you feel empty. You feel like you are just floating through life, going through the motions. You ask yourself, what is the point of all this? The solution: reconnect with your why. For some, this is prayer or meditation. For others, it is volunteering. For some, it is just standing under the stars and realizing how small our problems really are. Spiritual rest anchors you. It gives you roots when the storm comes. Now that we have identified the 7 types of rest, you might be feeling a mix of relief and anxiety, because there is a barrier standing between you and that rest. It is a thick, heavy wall called guilt. As soon as you try to implement sensory rest or creative rest, that voice comes back. I should be working. I haven't earned this yet. People will think I'm slacking off. Listen to me closely. You do not have to earn rest. Rest is not a reward for productivity. Rest is the fuel for productivity. You don't put gas in your car only after it has driven 500 miles as a reward. You put gas in it so it can drive. If you wait until you are done to rest, you will never rest because the work is never done. The to-do list will always refill itself. So you have to steal the rest. You have to claim it. You might be thinking, Mira, this sounds nice, but I have a job. I have kids. I can't just disappear for a month to go look at sunsets. I hear you. Real life is demanding. That is why we don't start with a vacation. We start with micro rests. Micro rest is the art of integrating recovery into your chaos. It is 30 seconds of sensory rest in the elevator. Close your eyes. Feel the floor under your feet. It is 5 minutes of mental rest between meetings. Instead of checking emails, stare at a blank wall. Let your brain buffer. It is setting a boundary for social rest. I can't come to dinner tonight. I need to recharge. No apology needed. These tiny moments seem insignificant, but over a week, over a month, they add up. They prevent your battery from hitting 0%. They keep you in the yellow zone instead of the red zone. I challenge you, for the next 7 days, pick just one type of rest we talked about, just one, and give yourself 15 minutes of it, not to get better at work, not to fix yourself, but simply because it feels good. As we come to the end of our time together, I want to leave you with one final thought. We spend our whole lives trying to become somebody. Somebody successful, somebody admired, somebody who made it. And in that chase, we forget how to just be a body that needs sleep, a heart that needs connection, a soul that needs wonder. You are a human being, not a human doing. Your worth is not measured by how many boxes you check today. You are worthy when you are productive, yes, but you are also worthy when you are resting. You are worthy when you are trying, and you are worthy when you are failing. You are worthy simply because you exist. So, if today was a hard day, if today you did nothing, if today the only thing you achieved was breathing, then I am proud of you, because you are still here. You are still listening. You are still trying to figure it out. And that is enough. You are enough. Thank you for letting me share this space with you. I hope you feel a little lighter now. I hope you realize that the lazy voice in your head was wrong all along. Before you go, I have a question for you. I really want to know. Which of the 7 types of rest do you need the most right now? Is it creative, emotional, or maybe just good old physical rest? Let me know in the comments below. Reading your stories makes me feel less alone too. We are all figuring this out together. If this episode brought you some peace, please share it with a friend who looks tired. Maybe they need permission to rest too. Take a deep breath with me. Go gently into the rest of your day. I'll see you in the next quiet corner. Goodbye for now.